Okay, so what are you selling?
I am selling nutritional supplements. I'm a representative for PharmaNex, and Morgan is a student.
Okay.
Hi, Morgan. Thank you for being with me today. I know you have a busy schedule and finals are coming up. I wanted to talk to you today about your future and your health. Like I said earlier, finals are coming up. I'm sure you're stressed. So again, thank you for making this time out for me. Are you taking any supplements right now?
I take a multivitamin every day. But
Okay.
That's just it.
All right. What about your diet and exercise habits?
Yeah, I exercise at least once a day, and then I try to eat healthy. I work at Cool Brains, so it's pretty easy.
Okay, good. Today I'm going to talk to you about a line that my company PharmaNex has. It's called LifePack Nano. And basically, what our company believes in is that if it's not measurable, it's not science. And our supplements are different than other supplements because it is measurable. You're not just going to take it and not feel better. You're going to also be able to measure it. Do you mind if I scan you?
No?
All right. Well, basically what this technology does is tells me how well your body is absorbing nutrients. All right. I'm going to have you place your palm like this. My contact information real quick. And we're going to want to be in the green or blue. That tells us that you have low stress levels, low sun pollution exposure, and high consumption of fruits and vegetables. Alright, looks like your current score is 37,000, and I have this little packet for you that explains everything that was just measured and what your score means. This score isn't bad, but it could be better. And with these supplements, it can actually bring you up to the green or blue. With the recommended intake of these, you'll get protection from damaging free radicals, and receive over 20 antioxidants, including a carotenoid blend that will be highly beneficial for you.
Very cool. How much do you think this will cost me?
If you purchase it from me, it'll be $72, but if you go through a monthly subscription, it'll be $68.50. And if you don't feel like purchasing it from me today, you can also purchase it online, but it will be nearly twice the cost.
Okay.
But if you break it down, it'll be $2.40 per day. And considering that it's your life and your future, your health, I don't think you can really put a price on that.
Yeah. So if I try this though and my score doesn't increase, then what are my options then?
There are 3 options. One, you can either continue the supplements, or you can get a refund, or we can actually reimburse you in other ways as well as notified in this packet right here. Do you have any further questions for me?
No, this is really interesting, and I really like learning about it.
All right. And actually, another thing that makes this product different than others is the fact that there are so many clinical studies behind not only this technology right here, but also the supplements itself. I've also provided a list of these clinical studies if you would like to look up in your own time. All right, any other questions for me?
No, I just need to get to class, so is it okay if I just text you later?
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
details?
All right, how about same time next week?
That
After
sounds
finals?
good. Yeah,
All right,
great.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Number 13.
That is us.
That is you?
Yes, sir.
What is the experience? If I put on a scanner, basically it measures your retinal score. Basically, I failed. It tells you how well your body's absorbing nutrients. I have a son. I'll do it.
So we're doing our introductions correctly?
Yep.
Okay. I'm Long Ha. I'm selling Apple products to Garrett Gumpel. He is a smaller shop here in Edmond selling PCs and computers and tablets.
And I'm Garrett, and I'm selling the Chesapeake Energy Arena as a venue for an event planner.
Okay.
So to start?
Yep.
All right. Hello, Mr. Gumpel.
Well, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
My name is Long. We spoke over the phone. I'm a representative of Apple. I'm selling Apple products and tablets. So just like I spoke to you before, I've been looking at your business, and you've been around for about 20 years. And the last time you consulted with us at Apple, it's been 15 years ago. And I was just wondering why you decided not to carry our product.
Well, Apple's really only compatible with itself, and I mainly sell PC products, so we try to just keep on the PC products because Apple really isn't compatible with them.
Okay, well, I didn't know if you knew, but obviously you don't. We've engineered our operating system to be compatible with Windows. And I actually brought a MacBook with me to demonstrate how it's compatible with Office, Word, and PowerPoint. So let me go ahead and open these up real quick. And yeah, so if you just want to go ahead and click here, that opens up Word, right? It's the exact same functionality. Here, PowerPoint, right? And here's Excel. So with that, all the students, I mean, a lot of students are carrying Apple products today. How many students do you think come into your store and ask for Apple products?
Probably about 25%, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's about 1 out of every 4. And I understand that your store is a little bit smaller, but that's huge.
Yeah.
That's potential sales for just a 25% increase, right? So about how many of them walk away if you don't carry the product?
Some stay, but a lot of them do walk away.
Okay. Was there any other reasons why you decided not to carry our products the first time we consulted with you?
Well, Apple's pretty expensive, and since we are so close to a college, we try to sell some of the cheaper stuff because a lot of college students can't afford the higher-end Apple products.
Yeah, I understand. But I've also consulted with a store, it's Computers R Us, they're located in Norman, Oklahoma. The owner's Jerry.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, then there's a similar situation to yours, the smaller shop, they cater to students that are really close to the university, and he accepts financial aid for his products as for payment. Do you?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so that's another way around, selling to the cost-conscious students, is they actually get loans if you get financial aid to pay for the product. And it's actually here are his numbers for his attachment rates whenever he does sell off of student loans or financial aid. And another thing is he's able to generate so much more revenue because our products are very, very elegant, they're higher priced. We use a lot of high-end materials, as in like the aluminum casing, the glass screens, and he sells a lot of accessories to protect the products because it's a very pricey investment and everybody wants to protect it.
So these are numbers just for his Apple products?
Yeah, and these are actually revenues for his overall traffic and his computing sales, so with PCs as well.
That's
So
impressive.
just by offering PCs and Apple, it increases revenues and profitability by that much. So you're more welcome to keep these numbers and look over them. Is there any other problems you may think about that's?
Well, the only other problem really was that I don't have a whole lot of room in my store. We are a smaller store, so bringing on another product line would be tough.
Yeah, just like I said, Jerry at Computers R Us in Norman, he was able to come up with the idea that he would drop a couple of his products that aren't the best sellers, that are kind of lower end, that nobody really wants too much, and do a test run of our products, maybe get a couple iPads, a couple MacBooks, and introduce that because the customers are asking for it, and the students, it's very popular with them. It's something you would like to do. So is there something like, I could write you up an invoice for a little test run like I did with Jerry?
Well, me and my wife co-own the store, and so I'd probably have to talk to her first.
Okay, I understand. Well, you go ahead and take this MacBook and loan it for all of our potential clients and show the functionality. Tell your wife that it is compatible with Microsoft Windows. And go over these numbers with her too. Consult Jerry. He's a customer of mine. It's been for a few years. And see how the customers respond when you do a test run. So go ahead and hang on to this for a week. And if you have any questions, here's my card. All right, and give me a call, and I'll stop by next week around the same time. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, I'll see you next week.
All right, sounds good.
All right. I know, right?
Yeah.
The new one.
I heard so many giggle. I tried to hold that shit in. I swear to God. Oh, sorry for the camera. You gonna put this
Just
on
post that
on YouTube? It's gonna be on YouTube. That's the worst part.
No, people are gonna comment that
Who's that obnoxious
this
Asian
guy's
guy?
presentation was vulgar, and I was like, I'm gonna.
Let's see what we got here. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. Well, I'd like to thank you for meeting with me. As you know, we talked a little bit earlier. I'm the chief event coordinator for the Chesapeake. Do you still have about 5 to 10 minutes to talk to me today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, as I said earlier to you on the phone, we're trying to expand the amount of events that we hold at the Chesapeake and the size of events. And you guys are one of the most well-known event planning businesses in the nation, and you guys do some of the biggest and best events. And you're very reliable. If you plan an event, you always seem to come through on it, and we really like that. I see that you're trying to expand into some of the smaller markets in Oklahoma. Have you looked at any other venues besides the Chesapeake?
Yes, I have. I've been doing a little research on the Cox Convention Center and also the Bank of Oklahoma Center, the BOK Center in Tulsa.
Yeah.
Like you said, we're trying to expand into smaller markets, and the BOK Center is so close to Kansas, Arkansas, and Missouri. That was something we were really interested in.
Yeah, like you said, the BOK is in Tulsa. It's a big venue like the Chesapeake, but like you said, it's closer to Kansas and Missouri. So you get those smaller markets, but with the Chesapeake, you are closer to Texas, Dallas, Austin's that pipeline right at I-35. So with that, you get more people to come into your event. You get more money that way. And as the Cox Convention Center, they do a lot of events, but they're a smaller venue, so they can't hold the amount of people that the Chesapeake can. So with that, you get more people at the Chesapeake, and you're closer to a bigger state, more people. So, did you have any questions or concerns about
Well,
the Chesapeake?
Like you said, I plan events, and if I plan it at that date, I want it to be set in stone, that it will be available. I do know you guys host the Thunder games here, and you guys also have an event planner. I see events planned for like local parties or concerts and stuff like that. I was wondering if I do that in advance, like what's the schedule going to be like?
Well, the Thunder do have off days, they have away games, and they have an off season, so there are available dates that would be open for you. They also have, they also have away games, like I said. We do have an in-house event planner, but they do mainly the local stuff. So if you were to sign with us, you would have first priority since you do the bigger events. And when the new calendar year starts, you'd see all the open days, and you'd get to first priority on that. And back to the Thunder, they have the playoffs. They usually make the playoffs, and we don't schedule any events in a 2-month span. But if they get bounced out, there will be immediate open days, and you would get first priority for those as well. Do you have any more questions?
No, sounds good.
Okay, are you the main person for deciding negotiations and contracts?
Yes, I'm the event coordinator. I sign the contract and I make the deals, yes.
Would you be interested in signing a contract today?
Well, not today. The fact that you mentioned the Dallas market, because I've been focused on such smaller markets. I was thinking Oklahoma and then the adjacent states around them, smaller markets. When you said something about Dallas and coming straight to Oklahoma City, that's something that really intrigues me. I'd like to do a little more research in that, but that's definitely a feeling because I'd like to generate a lot more revenue.
Okay, well, I'd like you to remember that we are closer to Texas, so you'd have more people able to come through there, a lot easier than going all the way to Tulsa. And the Cox Convention Center isn't as big. So please go over those numbers. If you have any questions, you can contact me. I gave you my contact information. You can talk to me. I'll try to answer any questions you have. Would you like to maybe meet around next week around the same time?
Yeah, should be good. Just let me crunch the numbers with my team, go over things.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, thank you.
Yeah, see you next week.
All right. We have 2 more.
You can do it.
Alright guys, hold your applause. Hold your
You like my message? Yeah.
That was nice. That's only you did that. All right, I'm Lauren and I'm a representative for ADP.
I'm Christine, I'm also a representative for ADP.
Completely different situations though,
Yes.
so.
Hi Lauren, how are you today? My name is Christine Miller and I'm with ADP. First of all, I would like to thank you for coming in and talking with me today. I know you're busy and I would like to take the advantage and set a course of action, which I believe both of us would benefit from today from the meeting. As you know, I was referred to you by Mike Smith. I heard a lot of great things about your daycare. Oh, by the way, how do you know Mike?
I've known Mike for years. We've actually been friends for a while. I used to have a crush on him, but don't tell him that.
Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. I've actually been working with Mike and his yogurt business for the last 10 years. Thanks again for taking time out of your busy schedule to speak with me. I know you're a busy person running a daycare and all, so I'll only take about 15 minutes of your time today. Is that okay?
That sounds good because I do have a doctor's appointment for my son at 2, so that works.
Don't worry. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll make sure we're done in plenty of time. I understand how important family is. First of all, I would like to ask you a few questions about your business. This is so I can learn a little more about your daycare and observe what specific challenges you're facing. I then will access areas in your business which I believe could benefit from, you could benefit for improvement. After engaging your needs for some re-instruction, I will then provide ADP strategies that will enable you to overcome these difficulties and positive results.
Great, that sounds really good.
Before we continue, is there anybody else that is, that needs to be here for the meeting to learn about it?
Actually, Leticia is also involved in daycare, but she's out of town on a business trip. But I told her I'd fill her in on everything, so.
Okay, that sounds great. We can always meet again if we need to when she gets back. Would it be possible for me to look into the payroll system she's using? This will allow me to show you firsthand some of the unique opportunities ADP can provide for you in this area.
I think that'll be fine.
Since we're pressed for time, if you could really quickly give me a short walkthrough of how your payroll works right now?
Actually, that's Leticia's expertise, but right now, I know that the process is just taking way too long.
Okay, well, what's your issue with her and what demands is she not meeting for your payroll?
I love Leticia, but she's been working for me for years, but lately, and by lately, I mean for the past few months, she's been late on her payroll and it's just very annoying and it turns into problems with my staff, where they're upset at me because they're not being paid on time.
Oh, no, that's no good at all. It's extremely important that all payroll obligations are met on time. Your business rating depends on it.
Exactly, but I just don't want to fire her. I just want to find a better way to do payroll, making it less of a headache and easier for everyone involved in the process.
Okay, ADP provides a user-friendly interface which comes with a mobile app that you can utilize. This will make your process less stressful. You can track and print your pay statements with W-2s right from your phone or tablet. Whether you want to quickly view your pay statements or prepare for your taxes. ADP Mobile Solutions puts it all at your fingertips, managing your time, attendance at work, at home, on the go. So let me show you how to use that app. So all you do, you come right here and you spot it. You hit right there, and then you do that. Anything?
That was it?
Yes.
All right, well, I mean, that sounds pretty good.
So how many employees do you have? And do you have future plans on expanding your business anytime soon or downsizing?
Well, let me see, between the teachers, cooks, and cleaning staff, we probably have a total of 30 people combined from my northeast location and the location that, in central. But we have been getting a lot of kids enrolled, and legally, we're supposed to have a certain number of teachers for a certain number of kids. But in time, I want to hopefully expand, but I'm not actively looking for that option for another couple of years.
Okay, perfect. Well, ADP can help you manage your team from your tablet, approve time sheets and time off requests, view and edit team schedules, access employees, working profiles, and have so much more. Are you ready to sign up with us today?
I really, as I said, it's Lisa's expertise, so I really have to talk to her. Do you have a chance, maybe meeting next week, so we can all kind of discuss this together?
Yes, I can definitely do that. That actually sounds perfect.
All right, well, if I can grab your card and then I can meet you.
Here's my business card. You can give me a call anytime.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. And action. Okay. Hi, Christy. How are you today? Thank you so much for taking time out of your hectic schedule to discuss ADP with me.
No problem, Lauren. I'm sorry I had to reschedule last time.
I understand you're a very busy individual. I was actually here to get my nails done last week for a business event, and I got a lot of compliments.
Oh, great. I'm glad you had a great time and enjoyed them. Well, let me see them. Those are cute. I hope you come back soon.
Oh, I definitely will. Well, thank you again for agreeing to meet with me. I know you're in the process of getting your new spa ready to open soon. Therefore, I just want to make sure you have 20 minutes today to discuss some ways to help improve some of your business functions and maybe simplify your life a little.
Actually, I only have about 15 minutes. I have to leave to meet a client in 30 minutes.
No problem at all. I will respect your time and only take 15 minutes. Do you mind if I take some notes and ask some questions about your business?
Not at all.
All right. To stay on time, I wanted to start off by discussing your business further to understand and discover your goals and current processes within your organization, and then maybe move on to see how ADP's payroll, tax, and HR services can provide assistance that helps achieve your objectives. Does that sound okay?
That sounds great.
All right. Well, perfect to begin. I wanted to ask you if you're the primary decision maker, or are there any other people that should be involved in this meeting today?
No, I'm the only decision maker in the company.
All right, perfect. And as the owner, can you tell me about the role in your company?
Well, I manage to oversee operations, make sure clients are happy, do my own marketing to promote the business to further expand each new clientele.
Wow, so it seems that you have your hands full. And on top of that, do you also handle the whole payroll process as well?
Yes, I also handle payroll, which takes more time than I really want.
Yeah, it can be a lengthy process. And I also wanted to say, when I was visiting your spa last week, I saw that you offer quite a lot of services. How many employees do you have on the books right now?
I have about 50 at my current location, and I'm looking to have around 100 at the new location.
Okay, perfect. I know with this added growth and expansion, it's really exciting, but there can be some challenges along the way. What are some challenges you are expecting to face or are facing right now?
Well, with the 50 employees, it's hard to keep up with payroll, and I'm nervous about it, about adding 100 more employees. It's a lot of work, and I also have booth rent and commission employees, so the laws are different, and it's a lot of work to keep track of which employees are which and how much I should pay and all of that.
Understandable. Well, I know it's hard to keep track of different types of payrolls for different employees, especially if there are many employees involved. So how are you keeping track of payroll currently?
As of right now, I'm using SurePay. The thing about SurePay is I had some tax problems, last year, and they have poor customer service, and the issue took 7 months to resolve.
I'm sorry to hear that. I know that those types of issues are such a pain to handle, but with ADP, I want to assure you that we try and make every customer our priority. So what would you say is the main issue with SurePay that you're facing right now?
Well, the whole tax issue just left a bad taste in my mouth. 7 months was a long time to resolve the issue. With 100 new employees, I'm trying to have my new location, and I can't afford to have issues with my taxes, and it takes so long to resolve them. So I don't want to focus my attention on issues with anything except for being able to be on the front line of my business.
I completely agree. Well, with ADP, we want you to be able to have your time allocated to your customers and on the floor, rather than having to worry about spending time having to do payroll, taxes, and W-2 preparation and things like that. Can you tell me a little bit about your goals for the next year, and if you're planning on opening additional locations in the future?
Well, I'll be opening the new spa beginning of July. I'll have my hands full with that, but by 2020, I want to have a total of 5 spas all around Oklahoma and be able to manage them from distance instead of being on location.
Okay, so from what I got from all of this is that you're the primary decision maker, you're the owner, and you currently handle all of the payroll. You also have plans on growing and establishing altogether 5 spas by 2020. Well, congratulations. Now the main issues that I also got from you with the expansion of your business is that you're worried about being able to keep track of all of your employees on payroll. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Well, with ADP, our mission is to help you reach your future goals as you continue to grow. Would you be interested in a program that can save you time and money?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds nice.
Okay, perfect. Well, with ADP, what we could do is we can provide you with a better and more cost-efficient way to manage your payroll, taxes, HR department. What would be your hesitation of saying yes to ADP today?
Well, it depends on how much it costs and as well the headache of switching over. I'm not good with technology or computers, so I'm nervous about how that will affect everything.
No problem. I'm actually glad that you said that, because I do have a little demo of our Run mobile app if you want to try it out. It's really snazzy. All right, here, let me roll over to you. Hopefully you don't mind if I get close. Okay, what you want to do is you want to like swipe your finger over here. All right, click on this button and choose this right here and press finish.
Oh, no, that was really easy.
Yeah, it's this new Run mobile app, and what it does is it's really easy. You can manage your payroll on the go, and everyone seems to really like it. But perfect. So now I want to basically summarize everything for you, because I know you're on a time crunch, and I want to stick to that 15 minutes so you can go back to doing all your other activities of opening a spa and whatnot. So with all the new employees that you are hiring at your spa, you want a business partner that is there for you to help manage your payroll system, help you during tax time so you're not facing that 7-month tax issue that you're talking about. And that growth is important to you, and that as you grow and move toward a position where you don't want to be at the location every day.
Right.
You kind of want to manage from afar. So you're looking for someone to provide innovation, improve your business functions, as well as give you focused attention and customer service.
All right, that's correct.
Perfect. Well, with ADP, we assign you a representative that you can call anytime with any questions that you have. I also know that you had uncertainties due to technology. Hopefully the demo I just showed you can take some concern out of your hands. In addition to that demo, if you have any other technology concerns, we actually have an implementation team that comes over to your business and assists and shows you the ins and outs of the program, especially if you're not technologically savvy, like myself. How does that sound? Would that be helpful at all?
Yes, it would be very helpful.
All right, well, that sounds good. Also, when choosing ADP, we provide HR services that can be beneficial, especially if you're hiring a lot of employees for those new locations. It can help identify hiring and sifting through those resumes and uncovering individuals that would best be suited for that position. As well, it frees time for you and other managers to take care of, your end customer. Would you be interested in that service at all?
I would, especially since I have to deal with a lot of hiring new employees for this new location. It would help me be more organized. That sounds good.
All right, well, so you're not late for your other appointment. I would love to set up another meeting where I can take this information home with me and come up with a customized solution that saves you money and this aligns with your goals and business functions. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, here, let me give you my card and feel free to call me whenever you need with any questions at all.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, so that finishes our sales presentations. Good job today. I imagine some of you showed up today, even though you weren't presenting, because I said I would give a review on the final exam, so you want that. The final is at 9 o'clock on Tuesday, May 3rd, according to the final exam schedule and the university's website. So if you're going to take the final, it's optional. You don't have to take it if you're happy with your grade. At this point, you're set. I will post, for those of you who presented today, I'll post your grades just as quickly as I can. D2L has not been sending notifications when the grades have been posted, so you need to check your grades and make sure that they're correct and that it's what you think you have. If you have a problem, please let me know just as quickly as you can. So if you're happy with your grade as of today, you're welcome to not take the final if you've taken the other exams. I mean, all the exams are optional. It's a relatively free country, and so you don't have to take any of them if you don't want. But if you miss one and need to make it up, the final will replace that grade. If you take the final and you don't do as well on the final as you did on the other 3 exams, I'm obviously not going to penalize you. I'll just drop that exam. So it is comprehensive, and then it covers all of the information from all of the previous exams. So the things that you need to know for the final are, we talked a lot in here, unfortunately for you, about ethics and philosophy, because that's my area of interest. My dissertation focused on ethics, the intersection of ethics and marketing, and so you need to know things like philosophy answers 3 great questions. What are they? Knowledge, conduct, governance. You need to know that ethics is a normative field and that it functions and looks like the ought, what we ought to be doing. And then you need to be able to identify those major ethical theories that are considered the valid ethical theories. The teleological theory, which is utilitarianism, which is the greatest good or the maximization of happiness. The duty ethics, which is also called deontological ethics, which is not based on outcomes, but rather on the discovery of duty. And then virtue ethics, and some of the major thinkers that I've talked about with each of those would be important. You need to know what sales functions for in a business. Obviously, businesses have to make money in order to stay in business, and so sales are important. And what are the following, or what are the major functions of the sales person? Things like they're the eyes and ears of the company. They're the first person that the customer experiences, and generally that is the individual that they will associate with the company, things like that. What are the advantages and disadvantages of a career in professional sales? What kinds of skills are advantageous for successful relationship selling? And with that, we also talked about sort of the traditional model of sales. And so there are those marketing philosophies, the production era, the sales era, which is really focusing on transactional sales. And you should be able to recognize that that's not what we really teach in this. We're teaching relationship selling. What are the biggest problems What does your text tell you is the greatest problem that every salesperson faces? You need to be able to identify substantively the types of salespeople there are. So for example, order takers, order getting, missionary salespeople, team salespeople. What are the characteristics that highly successful salespeople display? Your text and I both talked about Maslow's hierarchy of needs and understanding that in the sales process. That's important, so you should know what that order is and how that plays into the sales process. I gave you examples. For example, focusing on security concerns. That's become a big issue. So there's those sort of base level physiological needs, which is food, water, shelter at the bottom, and then the next is safety. That's a big issue in America today. One of the things that we've seen politicians use is fear. So that's an example of how we can sell using fear. I'm not sure it's all that ethical, but we do it. Talked about if you use fear to sell, you also have to do what? Provide hope. The difficulty in engaging in active listening, we talked about that in class. Why is it important to listen? Why don't you listen? Why is it hard to listen? I don't know. It's hard for me to listen because I'm enamored with the sound of my own voice, and so I become distracted. The steps in the sales process and what are the functions of each of those steps. So for example, in pre-approach, what are you trying to do? What are the 6 steps in the telephone track used to get an appointment, and how should you do that? How should you attempt to gain entry? The strategies for handling objections. In prospecting, what are some sources of information that you should think about using? You should know the different types of approaches. And what are the factors that go into making a favorable impression? So 25 multiple guess questions. It's fair and balanced, just like Fox News. I took it myself just now. I made 100 as I was sitting here going through it with you. Any questions on that? All right, if you came in late, I have your third exams